Virginia is a mixing pot. We got everything to make something great. You know what I'm saying? But
Trench is 20 minutes from the naval base. Like, it's, I mean, if 20, you get what I'm saying?
Exactly. But I think what the people really want to know, like, how did you get into music? Like, was it part of your background, your history? Like,
yeah. Like, it's funny, like, you know, as a kid, like, your mama, your daddy, I don't really got one of those, but I mean, your mama or your pops will put like a basketball or a football in your hand type shit. Like, for me, it was always music. Like, my father, I don't really know him. I mean, in my 28 years of living, we've probably met for a combined hour, right? But
hold on, 28 years?
Yeah.
An hour?
Yeah, about an hour, maybe an hour 30. I mean, it's being generous.
Damn.
But yeah, like, the way certain kids was given a basketball or a football, like I was given a pen. You feel me? Like, my mama used to do poetry. My pops, before he disappeared, he used to rap and shit. So it was just kind of something embedded in me. Like, I've been going to the same barber all my life, right? And like, he'll always joke like, yeah, nigga, I remember when you was 2 and your mama used to put you in front of the high chair and you'll watch BET all day. And you knew all the songs, couldn't talk for shit, but you'll know the music. Like, it's just kind of something that's been kind of instilled in me. And then from there, you know, I'm growing up, my mother was, you know, real heavy in the church. So I'm at church with her. I'm in the children's choir. I'm doing all that shit. Now I'm getting solos in the children's choir and shit. And I was smoking shit. I've been nice forever.
Pastor gonna come in the comments. He lying. Nigga was stuttering when we was talking about Hebrews and all that. Yeah.
But nah, like, it was so funny. Like, at one point I was supposed to be a pastor. Like, Deacon used to always say, I said it on the song, Yolanda's son, the first one, he was like, I was like, Deacon at the church used to say I would be a preacher, but shit, I'm still the same choir boy with an iron toy, quick to raise a gun like it's my son, yeah, that's my pride and joy, yada, 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 right? So, like, growing up in the church and being around music, that's why I really felt, like, to this day, I still feel like gospel music is the most fire genre of music ever, because that shit just sounds so pretty. The best voices always come from in the church, you feel me? So, being around gospel music for a large majority of my life, all the while being around rap music, and not just being around it, but really being in the culture of it, you feel me? Like, that shit played a role in me, combined with always being just a nigga that was told to write music, freestyle, spit a verse. Before I even knew I could rap, I was being told to rap. You get what I'm saying? Like, my sister used to write raps for me when I was like 7. Shout out to TT. You know what I mean? Like, my first song was called I'm Only 7. It was over the Money, Power, Respect beat by the Locks. That shit was terrible. But I was fire because I was 7 and, like, you know what I mean?
Who's doing that at 7?
You feel me? So
exactly.
So from there, I mean, it transitioned into I just lied. My first song was actually my mama wrote it. It was called You Got Me. You remember that song by Jay-Z, Freeway, Mariah Carey? You know you got me.
Oh, okay.
You know
okay.
Yeah. She wrote me a verse to that. And she used to parade me around like the little token black kid. Do that song. Do your song.
Dance, nigga. Dance.
You feel me? I used to hate that shit.
She was like a female version of Joe Jackson.
You feel me?
Hit that shit.
You feel me? But that just kind of evolved into, all right, now I'm like 12, 13, and shit, I can write my own verse now. Like, now at this point, unfortunately, I grew up a little too fast. So now I'm seeing shit. So now I'm saying shit that in reality a 12-year-old probably shouldn't be saying. But I feel like it's a blessing because it kind of evolved me into this point where now my perspective is so broad on shit. Like, I can see shit from so many different angles that I can give you this record like God's just gonna have to understand, where it's like, it's deeper than just I'm making a bad choice. It's like all of these events have culminated into this decision that I'm making right now.
It's molded you as an individual. It's made you into the person that you are today. Mm-hmm. And I kind of resonate with that a lot because, you know, you had your mother.
No, for sure.
But your father was absent.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. My stepfather was there. I mean, which I really should just call my father if I'm being honest. I mean,
I put it like this. You know what I'm saying? Ed has talked about this on the show as well. I had my father, but I didn't have my mother like that. You know, she was trying to find herself as a black woman. So it was difficult.
So let me ask you this, right? I'm sorry to be turning the tables on you.
No, you good. Hey, you ain't gonna hit me with no Dr. Phil.
And it's like the social worker. It's the social work side of me, right? So, do you feel like not having your mother played a role in? Do you feel like you dealt with bouts of like over masculinity, or just searching for maybe a more sensitive way to get in touch with yourself?
I would say that not having my mother play a big role in my life affected how I treated and saw women. Because my dad was a hustler. And imagine being around a hustler 24/7.
For sure.
That didn't have no, I scraped my knee. It was no, okay, I'm gonna kiss your boo-boo.
Right.
Get your ass up. Like, so having that 24/7.
For sure.
Every day, every week. And then when you fuck up, he treating you like a grown-ass man.
For sure.
Coming towards women, it was like, you either do what I want, or I don't need you.
I don't need you. Yeah.
Like, what do you offer me?
Which ain't healthy, but I understand.
It's not healthy.
It's not healthy, but
it affected a lot of things in my life.
Yeah.
And then as she came into the picture, then it started to fuse in. Then I started being a nice guy, buying flowers and shit like that. But before then,
learn how to love.
You learn how to love, but at that time, like it's like a 80-20 type of thing. You got a bunch of love for 20%, but you got a lot of hurt and a lot of hate for 80.
Yeah.
So you see women is just like, ugh. And it made me, I ain't gonna lie to you, it made me hate black women for a long time.
Oh, you was one of them.
Like, cause my dad.
Oh, nah, that's all judgment. I just want
I see it.
I ain't that good of a
it.
social worker. I mean,
my dad a light skinned nigga.
Okay.
My dad a light skinned nigga. So he loved chocolate, dark skinned women. That's what he loved.
I love a chocolate.
But it gave me a hate for it because how could you love somebody that didn't love me?
That's
or
valid.
love something that didn't love me. So I despise dark skinned women. I would date a white bitch or a light skinned shit just to piss him off. Yep. Hey. I would go for the snow cone.
But I understand where that resentment comes from. You get what I'm saying? It ain't like you just for no reason. You get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, your mother caused a lot of that hurt. You feel me? And that's something that you had to first recognize within self before you could actively try to change it. You get what I'm saying?
And you know what? The crazy thing is, over time, I'm 29. I'll be 30 next year. And the crazy thing about it...
But congratulations, by the way. No, look, I hate when people like try to shame people for aging. Like, bro, a lot of my niggas ain't make it to 25, bro. Like, I'm so grateful to be the old nigga. I'm 28. I'm so grateful to be the old nigga, bro.
And again,
like, the maturity, the state of mind that come with this shit, I love this shit, bro.
You breaking me down in so many parts. I'm trying to. Crazy thing about being 29, all my homies are 30 and shit like that, and I used to dread it because I didn't have a childhood, so I wanted to stay young forever, and I still want to stay young.
And I can relate to that. I ain't gonna lie.
So it was just one of those things. I wanted to do that, but my mother now at 29. Like, my mom in Greece right now. She coming back to VA.
That's fire.
You know, when me and her talking back and forth all day, her trip, she probably in Germany right now trying to get back to VA. But we have a better relationship as me being an adult than we have as a kid. And it affects a lot.
I feel like that's just natural. When it comes to being an adult relationship,